Excellent. Way to go. Nicely done, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much. It's tbs eFM, Music to the Max, a Saturday show. Typically, we do most played on demand, but right now, we have very special guests here in the studio. Orient Express, part of the U.S. 7th Fleet Band's popular music, I want to say, like, an attachment. But only because you guys are all in uniform, and I'm looking like a schlub today. But is that technically the term for what you guys are, an attachment to the fleet, or is that a different military term that I have completely wrong?
Well, our role within the U.S. Navy, obviously, we're part of the 7th Fleet. We're staff of the United States 7th Fleet, which is, like I said, in the Asia, Australia, AOR. We perform throughout that whole AOR, and we're just a small group of all that.
Jose, what's the strangest appearance you guys have ever made? In your experience with Orient Express, where has been the strangest gig you've ever performed?
The strangest.
No, it shouldn't take that long because you already know it right now, and you're stalling.
Well, for me, I've
you,
only been with these guys for 6 months now.
Okay, all right, so that's good.
It's kind of fresh, and we've been on tour a couple different places.
Right.
I would say one of the strangest places was probably the what was the mall that we did in Cambodia. I don't remember the name of it. You remember that?
The outdoor venue?
Yeah, the outdoor one.
Why was it so strange? And does you guys all feel, is that something that's a shared strangest for the rest of you? You guys can surpass. Who can tell a better story? And just tell me first. Yeah, but okay, so why was that strange?
Well, when we first started, it didn't seem like we were going to have much of an audience.
And then?
That's always, but it eventually ended up, by the time we got into about the third song, I mean, there was no walking room.
Really?
It was pretty.
So it was like a 7th Fleet of Dreams. In some ways, right? You were an express
pretty
version.
much.
So if you perform it, they will come.
Yes, that's
like
right.
That.
That's right.
All right, so who's been with the Orient Express the longest? Rob or
I know
Mark?
Bruce and I both have played
okay.
in this.
All right, so since we've talked to Rob a lot, Bruce, tell me the strangest appearance you've ever made with the group.
The strangest appearance I ever made with the group.
I don't know. Well, hang on. Not you personally, but the group. I should really have rephrased that much better. I completely screwed that up. Strangest gig you guys have played.
I don't know about the strangest gig, but I think for me the most memorable gig we've ever played happened last week. We were in Da Nang, Vietnam.
Okay.
And we played down at the beach.
Yeah.
And close to 1,000 people came down to hear us. They sang along with the songs. They danced. There was a lot of participation, and it was a really great feeling.
You were like Calvin Harris at Ibiza or something, right? At that moment, you felt like...
That's exactly what I thought.
We're like girls on other guys' shoulders and stuff, and just like partying and...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're going to stick with that story. Mark, you? How long have you been with the group?
About a year now.
Okay, all right.
About a year now.
All right, so double Jose. Go on. Strangest, most unique, most memorable, and as the singer, you must get you're like the Adam Levine, right? Like nobody knows who the rest of Maroon 5 is, but they know who
I'm Adam Levine.
You'll say that in front of the other guys, but
you look like Adam Levine.
You do actually. If you didn't shave for about like what 2 or 3 days and wore like really expensive glasses,
yeah, I don't have that.
You can pull that off.
I'm not shaving.
No, you don't. I know. And if I would have known that this was going to be videoed, I would have shaved. I feel massively incompetent right now. But go on. Not about me, but
strangest
or most unique, most standout, and why?
I thought that when we were in the Philippines, we played in all-girls school, and it wasn't all-girls. I'm sorry.
Adam Levine, are you sure you're not like
No.
Just all the girls were in
front
of you.
Wasn't it separated by gender, or was that Malaysia?
Yes, I believe they did that.
Malaysia, they did that in Malaysia, but no, in the Philippines, it was all one big school, but they just went crazy.
Really?
And they just knew all the songs.
Uh-huh.
Right. It was just amazing.
All right, cool.
And they gave us a boat in a bottle, like a model.
Yeah, very, very immaculate, like woodwork.
Very woodworking.
Cool.
And all we had was a picture. And
does that get passed around from member to member, like the Stanley Cup does in hockey? You know, like one guy holds on to it for a week or so.
We put it in our rehearsal room.
Cool. That's very judicious of you.
Yes.
We don't even have a display case.
No,
it's
we don't
just
have
like
a
the
display
windowsill.
case.
Put it in the windowsill.
This makes it a premium in the military. I understand. All right, Ian, how long have you been with Orient Express?
I've been in Orient Express now for 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and does any of these previous gigs stand out to you?
Well, I don't know.
Or is there something else?
I don't know if they stand out, but you know, I'm originally from Virginia.
Okay.
And I lived there basically my whole life until I came here.
Really?
And so we've been to all kinds of different countries. So anytime we go to one of these different, you know, one of these new countries that I've never been to, it's kind of like, it's just absolutely amazing just to see. Like, we've been to Cambodia, Brunei, the Philippines, Thailand. I mean, we've been all over the Southeast Asia.
Right.
And yeah, it's just like Mark was talking about doing that gig in Malaysia, and you know, it was at a school, and they had like the girls in the burqas, and you know, it's just a completely new experience.
Right.